Hey guys, Danny Go here. I guess we'll just get this result show going. Kind of one of those days where I feel like if I don't start it, I never will. Just kind of rainy day. Slept in for like way longer than I normally do, and then I got some stuff to do, so I'm like, either just start it up or I don't. But I want to start it up, so that'll be good. Play for a little bit too. So pop that number in there. So I had done like a mini video. I just put in a Cyrene because I don't know, I didn't really feel like an episode, especially because I didn't really think about it. I got a 307 ped mini mining Hoff, and I thought I'd make a little update video after it. But then like my math, no, I mean the math was right based on the time, but I had barely dug up any of it, and so it was a lot. Um, it's a lot, wasn't very accurate because like you get a mining claim and then you know, as a Hoff, and then you do the results, but you haven't really got the ped yet. So I probably was closer to there, but well, I think I probably still gained a little bit. But anyway, the trend is good. If you look at it, it looks like every single one has been an improvement, so that's pretty cool. So obviously mid 4,000s. Mid 4,000s. I guess we were in our best point recently was in the low 3,000s. So hopefully we can get back there and maybe even push. I mean, obviously the ideal goal would be to push into the positive range. See if that is possible or happens. I did like oh, do the skills actually. So let's pop back there and just do the skills pretty quickly. Skills are over here. So yeah, doing my one metric, how much meta I got. So 334.6, 33. That's pretty good. I didn't really yeah, I'm happy with that. I didn't I think I started strong on that, and then Cyrene, I was on Cyrene most of the week. I didn't really keep up with it, but there was some other important stuff that I did in Cyrene, so I was pretty pleased overall. I mean, you, for the time you're playing, I mean, one, you want to have fun, and so that's the most important thing. But two, I mean, there are only so many goals you can achieve. Um, so you gotta pick and choose what you want to do, and you know, I focus more on mining, and I'll show you that. Did a pretty cool update on Cyrene, which helps me a lot. This is 35343 5 3 4 2 6. Tally that one up. 806 skills. Okay, nice. I like that. Uh, yeah, I'll switch back to the game and I'll show you the big thing. So they on the mining, those little Cyrene dailies, where you find like blue crystal, I think, yellow crystal, or maybe it's green crystal. I don't know, Zorn, star, something else. I just find them randomly as I'm mining. I try to get like 2 or 3 of them each day. But the nice thing is they offer way more skill choices now. So let me show you. And of course, my thought is you need 2,000 is kind of a minimum in any skill that you want to use. Have any sort of results. One of the choices now mineral sense, which is an unlock, which is really slow to get upward. So they now offer all those choices, and I can pick mineral sense. So that's to me a pretty big win. So yeah, I'm very pleased that they offer that option, So let's see. What I want to do, I could do the caves, or yeah, probably just do the cave dailies. So I like these two cave dailies. There is um the Argo cave, and then there is the Pfeffoid cave. So what you do is you come over to not Port Atlantis Mall, the other one, they're right on top of each other. Port Atlantis. And there's this NPC, I'm not even gonna say her name. Don't feel like butchering it, but there's this NPC. She's right near the teleport, not too far. It's right near is not correct, but not too far, not too bad. If it'll load, and be like, I don't know about this. Okay, all right. There we go. I guess it is a little bit far, but you just head off this way. I guess it's westish, toward the westish wall of here. And I kind of just, I don't mind taking a little hit point loss. I'm just gonna jump down. Ooh, the game is so bad right now. All right. I thought that was maybe somebody else. I guess it's just mostly armor, so can't really tell. Is she gonna load? All right. So she wants us to go do crave cave crystal stuff. Okay, cool. So basically, you get this little waypoint on the map. And then you go to a little waypoint on the map. So the nice thing about this is that you get a daily token for doing this. And then what I do is I just swing over here to the Argo cave. I get a daily token for doing that. And then I come back and turn it in. For a little triangle, rather than, if a game went back, you know, that would be, yeah, I guess that'd be, I mean, that's like, you save one of the legs, by making a triangle. But it's also nice because they're right near each other. Usually I'll just run to these, but feeling lazy today and I'm on video, so I'll fly. Spare you the boredom. But yeah, I noticed that like there's a little basketball court nearby, and I noticed that there's a lot of times where people aren't using it. So especially like during my lunch hour, when I'm working from home. So I got a basketball and I was out shooting hoops. That was fun. It's good exercise, definitely a good exercise. The first day, first time I was doing it, I was like, wow, but I was like missing a lot of shots. I had to go find the ball, but and play. But now I'm mostly hitting the rim or going in. I used to shoot quite a lot. My mother's side of the family is kind of a large farming family, although I don't know, they were really farmers. I mean, they were farmers, but they didn't really make enough to live from it, so they kind of did other things plus farming. But I guess you should say they're farmers. They had a fairly decent farm, kind of high up on a mountain. So we would go there usually for 2 weeks each summer, or a week or two each summer. I think it was usually 2 weeks though. And when we were there, I would always just like one of my cousins, because they sold a lot of the farm. different people, so they could all live on the farm, So a lot of them all lived there, and that, they built little houses and whatnot. But one of them had a pretty big driveway and a basketball, um, hoop, which is, I mean, is effectively, the same as a basketball court, for all intents and purposes. And I didn't really have a lot to do there, so I would just spend a lot of my time just shooting hoops. It's a nice thing to do. So I, used to shoot quite a lot in my youth. I mean, that's very interesting, but it's fun to do and it's good exercise, so that's nice nice thing to do. But yeah, I don't know. So I'm happy. I'm gonna be going back to next island soon. Definitely super enjoying those coloring dailies and that update there. So excited to see to do more of that. Um, then probably do something like Toulon, Montreal. Hope the audio is okay. A little weird about the bar. I think it's fine. Sometimes the bar doesn't always move the way I think it should, not the audio, but usually it's okay. So basically this daily, you come in here, you got, what do you got? You got, something like, 16 minutes, to clear the cave. And, is it more like, I don't know, how long do you got to clear the cave? I guess it's 20 minutes. So you just gotta clear the cave in 20 minutes and then find the little crystal. Oh wow, that's nice. That's 34 high, so that's 36 basically. 36 pets. Plus MU. That's a nice one. If they were all like that, it would be very profitable. All right. I could take a few more of those though. I wouldn't mind it. Or just give me a 3K or something. Why not a 5K, right? That will be positive and whatnot. We'll see. They do like to hide these little things though. They're like all over the place in this cave. Um, Again, oh, nice. That's oh, what is that? 13-ish? These don't cost that much. Maybe two beds. I don't know. Nice, nice. Yeah, definitely having a good run so far. So yeah, the crystal's sort of over on this wall, the northern wall. Probably about where that guy is, maybe a little further back, I'm guessing. I don't know, I could be wrong. I always get confused where it is, but not too bad usually. But yeah, again, I'm not wearing armor. I don't mind. See, like this, I'm not doing a lot of healing. I think I did one thing of healing. But you know, if the healing isn't too extensive, and more just like, you know, just overwhelming to do, I prefer to heal for the skills than armor. I mean, 'cause I think, you know, the sort of loss is very small, you know, because let's say, you know, say you spend, you know, 20 peck healing, you know, I'm not sure exactly what you get back, maybe 95%. Maybe I'm wrong, maybe it's only 90%. But let's just say you spend, you know, I forgot what I even said on that, but let's say you spend 20 peck on healing. If it's 90% you get back, and I think it's more like 95. I could be wrong though. But if it's 90% you get back, then you get back 19 peck, you know? But I think it's more like you spend 20 peck on healing, get back 19.5 peck. So you only lose half a peck for 20 peck of healing, you know? Or for one pet of healing, you would only lose. No, I think those numbers are wrong. I think that for 20 peck, it would be one peck you lose. This is why I shouldn't do math off the top of my head. Because I think, you know, obviously 95%, if it was one ped, you'd lose 5 peck. But I mean, the point is that let's say you do a ped of healing, you lose 5 peck, but you gain a lot of skills. So, you know, I think the skills are important somehow. Um, so, you know, and to me, you know, like the amount of ped that I lose healing to me is negligible. You know, I mean, you know, even over a course of a day, if I'm just healing a lot while I'm hunting, you know, if it's not disrupting what I'm doing, you know, it's different if it's disruptive of the activity. If you have to heal so much that disrupts the activity, that's very different, you know. But if it doesn't disrupt the activity, you know, the sort of losses I actually take healing are so small, like that you can get it back in a few minutes of sweating, you know, or frankly, there are lots of other ways to make pet, like Ludius and whatnot. You know, I make a lot on Ludius so to cover anything like that, you know. I mean, obviously, you know, that's just my thought, you know, is that um oh good, I did finish that. Sometimes I had once recently I wasn't paying attention. I thought I finished it and I didn't, and that came out and I had to do it all over. But good thing I got it. But like that's you know, to me, one of those things that I'm not like there are costs that to me that well to me there are costs which are good and costs which are bad, you know? Like like to me, you know, obviously like I see people use teleport chips a lot. To me, I mean you get skills from teleport chips, so I'm not gonna deny that you don't get skills from teleport chips, but on the other hand, I think that it's a very expensive way to get very few skills, you know? Um, Whereas healing is, in my opinion, a fairly cheap way to get a decent number of skills, you know? So, you know, I mean, and if you disagree with me, you know, that's cool. I don't, you know, it's just my opinion, you know, I mean, I don't mind spending like head to get skills, you know, but there's good ways and bad ways. Like buying an ESI, to me, you know, um, unless you don't really care about your returns, um, I wouldn't buy an ESI, you know? I mean, I get it. There are some people who just have like a ton of money and they don't really care. I mean, they're here for the experience, you know? And to me, you know, in a way that could be me, except that my part of the experience, you know, it is that my interest in the experience is the game as trying to profit. That's sort of my interest. I mean, not that I really care that I profit because I don't need the money. You know, I don't be like, oh, if I started being very profitable, I don't even think I would withdraw. I'd probably just get more ped to shoot, get more deeds, maybe even get I don't know, mm, I don't know, maybe get like um some shops or apartments on various planets. I don't know. Who knows? I don't know what I would do with it, but I don't think my inclination would definitely not be to like withdraw, you know. Um, Probably just accumulate stuff, and I mean, because it's kind of something I enjoy doing, and so to me, like, you know, my $6,000 I have in the game, I mean, it was kind of a lot when I mean, for me, well, not a lot, but I mean, it's, you know, for a game, it was kind of a lot, you know, putting in early on, but it's like, I'm going to be playing this game forever, you know, like, you know, so to me, it's actually quite negligible. Actually, this is quite cheaper than most activities, for me. Um, uh, Now, obviously, if you're not getting good MU, if you're not skilling well, if you're not playing smart, you know, yeah, it's gonna be quite expensive. But that's one thing I'm trying to do is, you know, I mean, not like super all the time, you know, because I'm not. This isn't like a training tutorial thing, but I do try to throw in things for you guys, like, you know, ways you guys can, um, you know, succeed in the game, you know, and do well. I mean, and I think the big thing, like token guns, there are multiple things. One, they don't have a lot of decay. That's pretty big because you're using more shrapnel and less, you know, less repair. The more shrapnel you're using, because when you're converting shrapnel, you're getting a bonus, you know? The more shrapnel you're using, that's going to increase your returns. I mean, I know it's not a lot, but, you know, I think this is a game of inches over time, you know? If you're constantly picking up 0.5% extra, when you're cycling thousands and thousands and hundreds of thousands and millions of ped, you know, eventually, you know, if you're constantly, you know, not all the time, but if you're significant a lot of amount of the time getting an extra 0.5% over millions of peds, that's going to be pretty huge. I mean, let's just say we average. I'll just put in 1,000,000 peds. Let's say we cycle 1,000,000 peds. I'm doing this on a calculator so I don't mess it up like I would do in my mind, and I times that by 0.5%. That's 5,000 peds over 1,000,000 peds. So now Um, now I know, I guess that's not even a good example though, you know, off the top of my head, because the problem is that that would be 1,000,000 peds more in ammo cycle, and it'd be hard really to, you know, accomplish that, um, with guns, because guns do use a lot of ammo, even high decay ones. But the point is, that's an efficiency that you're using more shrapnel and less decay. But the other thing too is you're not paying for the guns. So if you don't have a gun in the range like that you need, you know, for something, um, that's something you don't have to buy, exactly, unless you need to do a ton of it, But you know that um, so I think token guns have a good place. They're very eco in a certain way, you know. So that's a big thing why I do these caves. I think, obviously the other thing too is, you get the tier comps, doing the Pfeffoid Cave. That's nice MU. You can get some stuff off these too. The paints are pretty good. They have some stuff. I mean, they're not the most amazing by any means, but these are not bad mobs either. So that's another thing too, is when you look for dailies, if you can find some dailies with good mobs or decent mobs, that helps. That's a nice hit. Yeah, it's a little like the stone extractors, for example. That's a good MU thing, you know? I guess they got tier 1. That's not bad either. Not always the easiest to sell, but when it sells, you get something for it. It's not a this is definitely not a barn burner mob, but there's a little bit here that's good, you know? It's not like always I think of like bad mobs as like soda. It's like empty calories. This is not an empty calorie mob. I don't know this is not a loaded mob by any means, but it's not an empty calorie mob, you know? It's got something to it, you know? Plus I get my token, you know? So I feel good about it. I probably wouldn't hunt these at all if I didn't get the token, but hey, I mean it's good for the what I get, I feel. I remember the first time I came in here, I just like died instantly. Now it's funny, all these years later, I'm hunting it without armor, not even really healing. I mean, I'm sure at some point I'll be healing, but like at this point they're just not even hitting me, you know? Game changes a lot as you play, you know? Yeah, I mean they hit me too, but I also have a pretty big health bar. What's my health at now? I think I hit 250. Yeah, 250. That's unadjusted, no ring or anything. I just have a kind of a, basic, one of those basic sort of evader rings and a fairly basic, um, ring for, crit. I would like to get, I definitely, if I made a lot of ped in the game, I would definitely like some, better armor, better rings, better guns, Not sure exactly. Like I don't know that I have a desire for like a super expensive gun, but I could use some better stuff. It would help me do more. That'd be fun. Let's have more ammo to cycle. But I kind of would like to get like a really nice Mind Force chip, a high level one, and a nice high level Mind Force amp. But that's a pretty penny. Like, I was looking at one of the amps one of my friends has. It's like I think it's like one of the Mayhem ones. I think it's worth about like 10,000 peds, maybe a little bit less. Maybe it just probably depends, but it's probably super hard to get. But it's worth like 10,000 peds. I mean, you gotta get a rare token, then you gotta get like a billion um things. I could even consider maybe doing something like that. Like I would have been interested in completing Resource Mayhem if it wasn't for the gem thing. Because I just don't do those sort of crafts, and I don't really feel like I would have had the potential to get diamonds, or not diamonds, or whatever they are, the gems. Oops, wrong gun. I just wouldn't have felt that I had the potential to complete that part, and you only get the rare token if you did all of it. I don't know how. Maybe it was just completely crazy idea. But I would have kind of been interested in giving that a go. But I mean, when it's when the reward you want is all or nothing, you just kind of gotta think about it. And I was just thinking about it, and I just like my confidence in that part is like zero. Um, and that was, sort of unfortunate. But it was pretty close to me wanting to do it all. I mean, the welding wire, I was just doing that anyway. I didn't do very much, but I mean, I could have easily done the welding wire orders. I mean, the mining, obviously you'd have to probably go to Montreal, amp up, nanos. I mean, I mean, obviously it's like, it's a ton, it's a ton to do, but, um, I could have done it. I feel, I have any doubt I could have done it and done it not too badly. But I mean, there's one part that I just like, I don't, not only do I not, not only am I not confident that I can do it, I'm pretty sure that I can't do it. Mainly I just don't have the blueprints for it or the skills. Like, or I mean, I could invest in a blueprint for it and then have gone for it, but in that case, I just think like, um, you know, just didn't feel, well, especially like you're gonna buy an EP blueprint for big EP that's like 1,000 peds, maybe more. I don't know. I don't know what the level 4 goes for, but you know, um, yeah, I just didn't have. I didn't have the right. I don't have the blueprints to chase that sort of thing. Or I mean, maybe if I had you know, a D class mining amp or something like that, um, or a blueprint for that. I want to get that blueprint, but um, unfortunately, I feel like there's a lot of just like a lot of what is going on. To me looks like just kind of like price gouging on that blueprint. Like, and also like I see that a lot of them sell for a fairly moderate price, but then they get relisted. So, I'm not maybe I'm wrong, but just my gut is there's just so much price gouging on that. And it just kind of turns me off to even buy it. Unless I can see one at a reasonable price. I mean, I'm okay paying for it. I'm sure it's not easy to get. So I'm not like hating on, you know, people, getting money for rare blueprints. But what I don't like is that I think that the blueprint probably naturally would sell for, 100, 150 peds, and all the prices are 250 pets plus because, people are buying them who don't want to use them and then reselling them at the higher price. I'm pretty sure that's what's going on there, and that kind of really off puts me to buying it. Um, I don't want to, spend 100 pets extra because I don't spend all day looking at the market. I'll just not craft it. I mean, maybe that's stupid, because if it's worth it, what is it? I mean, what if it's really a good, but then I guess it's like, well, is it really? Um, and then I'm like, maybe I should just find my own, but then it's like, okay, well, then I would have to probably craft amps on Rocktopia and hope that I get it. Which, I mean, that could be cool, but I'd have to figure out what sort of amps I could craft. And I don't know, just a mess. But also, I'm just not sure I'm committed to it. It's like if I could get one at 100 peds, I wouldn't even blink. But 250, 300, it's just like it feels like kind of a lot, and especially because you don't even, part of you feels like who am I paying for this quote unquote opportunity? Is it really someone who found it? Or is it just someone who bought it? And I don't know. I mean, I may be wrong, just my gut, from what I see. It's like it's so often it's like, okay, one was bought for 150 a day, but all the ones that are selling are 250 plus. My gut. We completed this. I think we completed it. The good thing about this is if you didn't complete it and you come back in, it'll only have you redo that one section that you didn't complete. So, or the sections you didn't complete if there were multiple, but you don't have to redo everything. Sorry, yeah, I really like these two, dailies. No globals off them, but I felt I was hitting pretty strong. I don't feel can have any complaints about that. So yeah, basically, you come here, you go back to that guy, he gives you a token. You run to that lady, she gives you a token. And that's nice. You pick up 2 tokens. I enjoy this sort of little thing. Well, maybe I'll call it a video. I mean, as always, I'll have those, links in the comments where we can get a little extra ped. And thank you all for watching. I really appreciate all the viewership. Follow my channel if you haven't already. Maybe like the video. Leave a comment if you like. Up to you. Hope you guys have a great one and good luck in game, okay? Take care, guys.